All right, we're here with Ryan Kennedy. You're 20 years old and just finished your first Crown King Scramble.
I did.
Tell us about it.
It was really good. Started off great. Was great. Hit about mile 20, and then just a lot of walking. And then I thought the last 2 miles downhill was the hardest part, just killing my legs. But it was all good. Love to see everyone out here. Awesome team, great support, and it was a great event.
Tell us about your inspiration for wanting to run this race.
Both my parents are finishers, so I had to go and show them like who the fastest runner in the family is. So now they know there's stats, facts that they can't back up anymore. Maybe it's a call to challenge for them to do it again.
How much talking was there ahead of the race this year on times?
Not a lot. They kind of dug through the archives way back when to find when they finished. So it's all good though, and it's an awesome event.
Have you been out here before?
Yeah, and like a side-by-side, but never ran it. Yep.
Nice. What's your running background?
Not really any. Didn't run in high school. I've never ran a lot. I did my first half marathon 2 weeks ago, so kind of ramped up pretty quick, but super exciting.
Let's bring the parents in here.
All right, here you go, Dad.
Can you introduce yourself a bit more?
Jim Kennedy.
And tell us about your history with the Crown King Scramble.
Well, back in the day, in the late 90s, early 2000s, I did it 6 times. So I was with a group of friends. That's how I got into it. They were motivating in a way, and I kind of got hooked on it for a little bit. It was great.
Tell us about the race back in those days, and do you get the similar vibe still?
It was a lot smaller, and you started in the middle of the road. But I mean, the terrain's beautiful. It's a gorgeous event where you get to see the different from the desert up into the trees. You know, there's water crossings, there's snow, and it's amazing that you can have such a great variation in the whole environment. Yeah, it's awesome.
Do you have any memorable moments from any years that stand out, or just friends or people you ran with back in those days?
I remember the one that it had rained the night before, and the first 15 miles, your foot would sink in about 8 inches every step. And 3.5 hours to mile 15, you're like, oh, I'm dead. How am I going to get out of here? But then it's all rocky, and so. But that was a long day on the trail.
I think they originally named it the Scramble because it was the mud scramble.
So that day it was.
On to Patty.
Here you go.
Yeah, hi, my name is Patty Kennedy. I am a one and done. I did the Crown King Scramble back in 2000. Still wear my shirt proudly. Yes, I'm excited. It was my one and only, my only ultra I'd ever done. So I'm super proud that my son was able to experience it also.
You were telling me about a fun story when you raced against your husband, but on the early start.
Yes. So we both were running that year. We weren't even married yet. I had to go back and look up and verify times. So I took the early start. He took the regular start. When you subtracted out my hour for early start, I beat him by 30 seconds. So that was my claim to fame. I said that one and done. I beat you. I'm out. He still says if he had seen me ahead of him, he would have run a little faster. But I told him he had his chance.
And what does it mean to see your son come out here today and run this race?
It's awesome. Very inspiring. Yeah, it's great. Awesome. Super proud of him.